Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see from the title, we're going to be taking a first look at the new collection, Vieve Muse from Jamie Genevieve. And I ordered 2 products from her collection and we're gonna be putting them to the test today, creating this look, which I'm so into. I love how this came out. This is kind of like my go-to glam makeup look that I typically do. So I knew I would like it, but I wanted to do something that I know I like so I could test out the products, you know what I mean? So I love how this came out, personally. Let me know what you guys think. But I love it. Like, this is a look I would wear all day, every day, forever. Like, love it. It took me a little while to get them. I want to say it took me like 2 weeks because they were coming from overseas. So I have been waiting to get these to review them. So I'm going to stop talking. We're going to jump right into it. So if you guys would like to see me test out these products from Vieve and see me create this look, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so I have the eyeshadow palette here and the highlight in Holy Chic. So this is what the box looks like, the boxes look like. The eyeshadow palette, this is a sleeve. You pull it out and it is black. It feels like a leather packaging. And then here in gold, there's a little plastic thing over it. It says Vieve. This packaging is giving me Tom Ford vibes all day. Like, it's so luxe. It's so simple, but also it looks luxurious, you know what I mean? And then the highlighter is the same packaging. You open it and it has a V embossed in it. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick that up on the camera. And then the palette, I've already swatched, but it looks like this. And I'll insert the swatches right now. I felt like the swatches were nice. I definitely noticed that, like, first impression, the metallics weren't as metallic-y on the swatch as I was expecting them to be. I don't know what I was expecting. I guess them to be a little bit more metallic, but I don't know this formula and I don't have any idea how they will perform on the eyes, so we're gonna find out today. The price point on these, the highlighter is 27 pounds, which as of right now is $36.05, and the eyeshadow palette is 43 pounds and that's $57.42, and the US dollar to pound shifts all the time, so the price can change whenever. Is my lighting blown out? If I turn the lighting down, this on camera flutters. It doesn't flutter in real life, but it flutters on the camera. When I first looked at this, it kind of gave me Naked Reloaded vibes. And I pulled out my Naked Reloaded. I talk about this palette all the time. This is my favorite neutral palette, like, of all time. I use it constantly. I don't know if you can tell, but doesn't it kind of give you the vibes? I think so. I mean, obviously it's very different, but it gives me the vibes, which is why I pulled the trigger immediately because I love this palette. And so I definitely was interested in this. One thing I noticed was the pan size is huge. And again, just for reference, this is the Naked palette. These pans are massive. So while $57 is a lot for a palette for 10 shadows, they're huge. So there's that. I didn't feel like the metallics in the swatches were quite as foiled as I wanted. You know, Thea, when I swatch it, like it looks really metallic in the pan, but it's kind of lackluster in the swatch. So I don't know how it will be on the eyes. And then Carrot, it's the same thing. They're kind of a little bit, I don't know what's the word. I don't want to say powdery. They're almost like tacky, kind of. I don't know. I don't know how to explain this formula. They're shimmery and they're pretty, but they're not blinding. Now, I don't know what's going to happen when I wet them, but we will see. And then the shade Glimmer, that's this really champagne-y shimmer. It's very fine, kind of like the sparkle in it it's not even sparkle. It's like shimmer, not metallic. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like the metallics are really not what I thought they were going to be. This is just like swatching though. Let's do a look and find out how they perform. This collection also has lipsticks. I want to say there's 3 lipsticks and lip liners, as well as 3 highlights. I only picked up the eyeshadow palette and one of the highlights just because that's what interested me the most. Was, you know, it's always the eyeshadow palettes, right? I love a good eyeshadow palette. And I wanted to try something else out in the collection, so I just thought a highlight, because I already have like my favorite lip liners and lipsticks, you know, so I just thought, you know, why not go for the eyeshadow and the highlight. So I'm going to create a look. I'm kind of thinking I'm going to go like my normal go-to glam type of a look, just to test out the palette and see how it performs. And then, you know, if you guys are into this, then I'll do some more looks. I might create something different for the gram, but I'm just going to set it to music and get to it. Okay, you guys, so I finished the rest of my makeup except for highlight, because I figured we could put highlight on together. Let me just go over what's actually on my face. So for foundation, I have the Pat McGrath Skin Fetish foundation. This is in the shade Light Medium 14. My concealer is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue. My bronzer, I did the Infallible Long Wear Shaping Stick for like a cream bronze. And then I put on the Rimmel Sun Bronze. What is this? The Waterproof Bronzing Powder in Sun Bronze. It's one of my favorites. And my blush is a new one that I haven't actually reviewed yet. It's the Pure Barbie Holiday Collection. I just kind of pulled it out just to test it because the blush palette was like screaming my name, and I have to do a trying new makeup video and I couldn't wait. But anyway, I really like it. For The rest of my eyes, I did put the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Liner in Double Life in my waterline. My lashes, I did a half lash. I did the Ardell Demi Wispies just on the outer corners of my eyes. What else? I haven't set my face yet. My powder is the Urban Decay Ultimate Brush Off Powder. Lipstick is, the lip is the L'Oreal Color Riche Matte Lip Liner in Matte's It. And the lipstick is this Wet n Wild Mega Matte lipstick in Never Nude. I'm kind of obsessed with these lipsticks from Wet n Wild. They're like so good. So good. For, and I think they're $3. So as far as the palette goes, let's talk about that real quick. I take back what I said about the metallics-ish, kind of. They look beautiful on the eyes. Like, they're a lot more metallic and foiled and pretty on the eyes than they were in the swatches, for sure. The mattes are beautiful. The mattes were really nice. Like, the mattes make this palette, in my opinion. So I did the Lava Rock on the outer corner. I blended it out with this buff shade, and I put a little bit of Delicious in there too, just to blend it, and it blended so good with very little effort. And then I put Carrot all over my lid, but it was a little bit deeper than I wanted it to be, so I did put Glimmer with my finger. I kind of patted it. Glimmer's in my inner corner, but then with my finger I kind of patted it lightly over the top of Carrot just to kind of lighten it up a little bit. And then to marry the dark shade, the matte shades with the shimmer shades, I put Theta over top. I did like them wet better than dry, but yeah, they're very pretty. As you might have seen, the Glimmer shade did fall out of the wow. Theta fell out of the palette too. So now I have two shadows. Theta and Glimmer fell out. So the glue must have gotten loose in transit, because it did come from overseas, and I imagine that, you know, it's probably hot, like in shipping containers and stuff. So I'm gonna glue it back down. Nothing broke, thankfully. But this palette isn't exactly inexpensive, you know what I mean? So that kind of is a little bit troublesome, but I'm not going to take off points just because it traveled from a long way to get here. So, you know, shit happens. Oh, and the black shade. So I did put the black shade Good Night. I used it as sort of like a smoky liner just on the outside of my eye. I typically don't do that, but I really did want that like cat eye look today. I don't know why. All I'm doing is going to get a Walmart pickup order. But anyway, I really liked this look a lot. So the palette is getting a thumbs up from me. I wasn't, like I said, like I wasn't 100% like as I went. At first I was like, the shimmers might not be as shimmery as I really want, but then they ended up turning out beautiful. And then, you know, I had a little mishap with the shadow come out of the palette, so that was unfortunate. But is the palette good? It's really good. It is. The mattes and the shimmers. The mattes are where this palette shines, for sure. And the metallics are, or the shimmers, they're shimmers. They're not metallics. And they're very pretty. For what this is, which is an essential palette, it's like an everyday, is that what it's called? Yeah, the essential palette. It's like everyday. It's kind of meant for softer glam, I think. So, I mean, that's what it is. And I'm interested to see what else she comes out with. But this palette is PETA approved, so it's cruelty free. And it's fragrance free, which I really appreciate. Paraben free, gluten free. and vegan. The shade of the highlighter that I got is Holy Chic, and I believe it's the middle shade. And this is the one she uses, so that's why I got this one, because I feel like we're like kind of similar in skin tone. It looks really shimmery, like there's a lot of fine glitter particles in here. So and then let me just swatch real quick. Yeah, this formula, it's like so interesting. It's kind of almost like a tacky wet texture. This looks gorgeous. Swatch is really good, really good. So let's see. I have nothing on my face right now, as you can see. So let's do this. Okay. Alrighty then. Ooh, I really like that color. It's kind of like giving me champagne pop vibes. You know what it looks like? It looks like the Maybelline Molten whatever. The Maybelline one in tone. It's like a peachy champagne. It's gorgeous. I will say there are fine glitter particles in there, so you really want to kind of blend over, you know, any areas that you might not like. I definitely don't want to accentuate texture here, but it's not like, it's not glittery where, oh, it's really pretty. Oh my goodness. I think I need to put some in my inner corner and just amp it up. I love this. I want to bathe in it. Yeah. Just give myself a highlight mustache. Put some in my center of my lips. So good. Yes. Yes. All right, so I'm just gonna spray my face with the Wet n Wild 3-in-1 face mist, the Jungle Rock one. This was the collaboration with Bretman Rock, and I really like this one. Doesn't really make my makeup stay per se. I'll probably go in with some Urban Decay All Nighter after, but this is the final look. And I have to say, I'm not mad that I spent my own money on this. Let's put it that way. Like, I really like it. I'm into this look. I will be photographing for the gram 100%. This highlighter is just gorgeous. I need to watch like her video. I didn't want to watch too many videos on the collection before I experienced it, because I didn't want to, you know, be influenced, because I really like Jamie Genevieve. Like, I watch her channel and I like her, and I didn't want to judge her collection biased because I like her. Like, I wanted to really be honest about what I thought about it. So I didn't watch really her video. I watched her like announce it, but I didn't see any of her like explanations on the formulas or anything like that. So I'd like to go back and watch the explanations and like what she has to say about the formulas, and maybe she gives some tips on how to use the products, you know, better. I just went in intuitively and, you know, used it how I normally would. Let me know what you guys think about this look and about the collection. If you're interested in it, what you think, if you've picked it up, what you got. Did anybody try the lipsticks and the lip liners? What did you guys think about them? Again, I didn't try those because my favorite combo is the L'Oreal Color Reach lip liner with the Urban Decay Vice lipstick and Safe Word. I think this is literally, I'm out of it now. It's gone. I need to get a new one. This is the best nude shade on me ever created. But these Wet n Wild lipsticks just came out recently, or I just got the entire collection from them recently. I don't think they actually just came out. But I'm obsessed, so they might be my new favorite. I'm living. So that is it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you haven't already, hit the bell so you never miss when I upload a video. You can follow me on social. My handle's @GlamLatte. And don't forget the Glam Latte Beauty Podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, CastBox, and iHeartRadio. All those details are in the description box down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.
I just wanna hold you.